Hi everyone, welcome or welcome back to my channel. Thank you for joining me for today's practice. Today we have a Hatha flow style practice, so we're going to work the whole body. And I do recommend having a block ready if you do have one. If not, maybe use a book or a tin can or something similar. If not, don't worry, because I will give options without one as well. So with that all being said, get yourself ready and we're going to get started today in a child's pose. So just come on to hands and knees. You can bring your knees either together, or I quite like to take the knees nice and wide, big toes to touch, bum to heels, and just begin by stretching the arms forwards, letting the forehead rest onto the earth. And as always, take a moment just to wiggle around, adjust your clothing, take any last little fidgets, itches, scratches. And then see if you can just let your body come into stillness. And then for these first few moments, see if you can allow the body to completely release into softness. Letting go of any gripping, tension. Just allowing everything to start to shift, release, let go. And then as you begin to find that sense of release, just start to take your awareness to your breath. Just starting to create a nice equal breath, maybe inhaling to the count of 4 or 5. But just finding a breath that feels steady in rhythm. And as we begin to move today, I want our priority today to be the breath. Using it to not only energize us, but using it to find that sense of release and letting go. Letting go of the parts that we don't need to hold on to, physically, mentally. And just really using it to ground us, keep us focused and keep us present. So as you continue to draw the sit bones towards the heels, let's together take a deep breath in through the nose and a big sigh through the mouth. Beautiful. On your next breath in, start to lift the gaze and then bring yourself up, coming into an all fours tabletop position. Adjust your hands under the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. And then nice and simple to start with, let's take an inhale, drop the belly, lift the chin, find our cow pose. And then exhale to round the spine, chin to chest. Again, breathe in, drop your belly, raise your gaze. Exhale to round the spine, chin to chest. One more time, breathe in, drop your belly, raise your gaze. And then breathe out as you round your spine, chin to chest. Bring your spine back to neutral. Start to really press the floor away. Start to engage through your belly. And then extend your right leg to the back of the room so the foot is hovering in line with the hip. Start to really press away through the right hand. And then if you can, start to extend the left arm forwards, thumb facing up, and then start to lift your left thumb right heel high. Hold it there, just start to feel the engagement through the body, and at the same time continue to build that steady rhythm of your breath. Holding for 4, 3, 2, and then on 1 just gently place everything back down. Switching sides, send the left leg back. Flex the foot, press into the left hand, start to extend the right arm forwards. Again, find a little tilt of the tailbone as you lift your thumb, lift your heel, breathing steadily. Thinking about that idea of letting go of what you don't need to hold on to. Maybe it's the face. Holding for 4, 3, 2, and then 1, slowly release, tabletop position. Beautiful, this time with your breath. Inhale, extend your right leg, left arm, balancing. Exhale, release, tabletop. Inhale, left leg, right arm, extend. Exhale, tabletop. Inhale, right leg, left arm. Exhale to release. Inhale, left leg, right arm. Exhale, release. Inhale, right leg, left arm. Exhale, release. Last time, inhale, left leg, right arm. Exhale, release. Inhale, tuck your toes under. And then exhale, just lift your hips up, come into a downward facing dog. Start to pedal out the legs for a moment, bending one knee, bending the other knee. Give the hips a little bit of a shimmy from side to side, and at the same time, just be intuitive with it. Take whatever it is that you need. When you'll feel ready to find stillness, spread into the fingers, take an inhale, press away through the hands. And then a big let it go as you exhale. Lovely, inhale, look forwards to your thumbs. Exhale, lower your knees down. Keep your toes tucked, just start to bring your bum to your heels into an extended child's pose. Start to walk your hands a little bit further forward so your arms are strong and straight. Spread your fingers. And then as you breathe in, look forward. Start to shift your shoulders and your hips forwards. If your lower back feels okay, start to lower your hips. Little bends in the elbows as you lift your chest. Otherwise, just go halfway. And then as you breathe out, exhale, push your bum to your heels back to that extended child's. Good, like that again. Inhale, hips forwards, bend the elbows a little bit, lift the chin, lift the chest. Exhale, bum to heels, active child's. Inhale, shift forwards, hips down, bend the elbows, lift the chest. Exhale, bum to heels, push back. One more time, inhale, shift forwards, little bend in the elbows, lift the chin, lift the chest. And then exhale, bum to heels. Beautiful, keep the toes tucked, inhale, look forwards. And then exhale, slide the hands slightly closer, press into the hands, lift back into your downward facing dog. From down dog, look towards your thumbs. And just start to walk your feet all the way to the top of the mat. Bring your feet about hip distance apart, just bend the knees, grab opposite elbows, and just for a moment, start to release into a ragdoll. Just release the lower back, the hamstrings, give everything a little bit of a shake. And then eventually find center, find stillness. Release the arms to the floor and vertebrae by vertebrae, just start to roll all the way up the spine. Letting your head and your neck be the last thing to come up. Find Tadasana, feet together or apart, palms forwards, chest forwards, shoulders back. Take a deep clearing breath in. And a big sigh through the mouth. Bringing your palms together into heart center. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana, extend your arms up to the sky. Exhale, forward fold, soft knees, hands down, head to shins. Halfway lift, breathe in, hands to shins, lengthen your back. And then breathe out, hands down, step your right foot to the back of the mat. Go ahead and drop your right knee to the floor. Inhale, low lunge, reach your arms up as you draw your hips forwards. And then as you breathe out, bring your hands to the ground and step back into a downward facing dog. From your downward facing dog, inhale, roll your body forwards, come to plank pose. And then exhale, drop your knees, keep your hips forwards as you bend your elbows to lower your chest between your thumbs. Point your toes, inhale for your first cobra, engage your glutes, lift your chest. And then tuck your toes, lift your hips up and back, downward facing dog. Really nice. From down dog, send the right leg up to the sky. Breathe in. And then breathe out, step your right foot forward. You can always use your right hand or drop your left knee first. And then lower your left knee down to the mat. Breathe in for that low lunge. You're pressing into the right foot, reaching through the fingertips. And then breathe out, hands down. Step your left foot forwards, forward fold at the front of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen your spine. Exhale, forward fold, nose to knee. Inhale to standing, arms extend, Urdhva Hastasana. And then exhale, bring your hands to heart center. Inhale, reach your arms up, second side. Exhale, forward fold, nose to knee. Halfway lift, breathe in, hands can be floor or thighs or shins. Exhale, this time left foot steps to the back of the mat, lower your left knee to the ground. Breathing in for that low lunge, reach your arms nice and tall. And then breathe out, hands down, step it back, downward facing dog. From there, breathe in to come forward into your plank pose. Knees up or down, breathe out, lower to the belly. Inhale, cobra, squeeze the glutes, lift your chest. And then exhale, tuck your toes, hips back, downward facing dog. Pressing into the right foot, inhale, the left leg lifts up and back behind you. Exhale, left foot's going to step forwards, however you need to get it there. Lower the right knee down. Breathe in for your low lunge, arms extend, reach tall. And then breathe out, hands down, step forwards, forward fold, nose to knee. Breathe in, halfway lift, lengthen your back. Exhale, fold, nose to knee. Inhale to standing, arms extend, Urdhva Hastasana. And then exhale, hands to heart, Tadasana, your mountain pose. One more round, breathe in, arms extend high. Breathe out, forward fold. Breathe in, halfway lift. Breathe out, step your right foot back, lower your right knee down to the ground. Breathing into your low lunge, keep pressing into that left foot. And then breathe out, hands down, step it back, downward facing dog. Inhale, roll forwards, plank pose. Exhale, chaturanga, halfway or all the way to the belly, knees can be up or down. Breathing into cobra, maybe you're finding upward facing dog. And then breathing out, lifting your hips back, downward facing dog. Inhale, the right leg's going to reach up to the sky behind you. Exhale, step your right foot forwards, however you need to get it there, lowering the left knee down. Take your time with that, it's a hard transition. Breathe in, reach your arms high, tall through the fingertips. And then exhale, hands down, step forwards, forward fold, nose to knee. Halfway lift, inhale for length. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, standing, arms extend, reaching high. And then exhale, bring it to your heart center. Second side, inhale, arms extend. Exhale, fold over your legs. Halfway lift as you breathe in. And then exhale, left foot steps back. Go ahead and lower your left knee down. Breathing into your low lunge, arms extend high. Exhale, hands down, step back, downward facing dog. On your breath in, roll forwards, come to find that strong upper push-up high plank. Exhale, chaturanga to the belly or halfway. Inhaling to your back bend, cobra upward facing. Exhale, hips back, downward facing dog. Breathe in to send your left leg high to the sky. Breathe out to step the left foot forwards, lowering the right knee once you get there. Breathing in, low lunge, arms to the sky. And then exhale, hands down, step your right foot forwards, forward fold, nose to knee. Halfway lift, breath in. Fold as you breathe out. To standing, inhale, arms extend, tall mountain. Exhale, hands to your heart. Release your arms next to your hips. Take a breath in. And a breath out. Beautiful. Take a big step wide towards the left side of your mat. Really nice and wide with the legs. Turn your right toes to face the short edge of the mat, left toes to face the long edge of the mat. Inhale, open your arms out to a T. And then exhale, start to bend into your front knee for warrior two. Gaze towards the right middle finger on the front hand. And then as you ground through that front right foot, see if you can soften the parts that you don't need to hold on to. So finding that idea of releasing, letting go. Finding softness in the body, softness in the breath. Breathing in. Breathing out. Really nice. From there, flip your right palm, left hands to left thigh. Inhale, reverse your warrior. As you do that, continue to bend into the right knee, reaching through the right fingertips. And on your next breath in, rise back to warrior two. Start to lean forwards, 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 forwards. And then right hand's going to come to a block or the floor on the big toe edge of your right foot. Once you're there, start to turn your chest open, left arm to the sky, or maybe left arm over the ear for your extended side angle. Try to avoid collapsing into the center line. Think about the body being in the midline, so your head's drawing towards the short edge of the mat. Breathing in. Breathing out. Really nice. Using the strength of your legs, inhale, rise back to your warrior two. Straighten your right leg, turn your right toes in, left toes out, and then bend into warrior two, left side. Again, adjust your feet, ground into both feet. Gaze is the middle finger on the front hand. Bring your right hand to your thigh, flip your left hand, reverse your warrior. Continue to bend into the left knee, deep breaths into that side body. And then inhale, warrior two. Exhale, lean forwards, 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 left hands to block or floor, big toe edge of the foot. Right arm to the sky or over the ear, you're in your side angle, trying to rotate the chest open towards the sky and really continue to draw that left knee forwards. Really nice. On your next inhale, press down to rise up to warrior two. Straighten your left leg, turn your left toes in, bring your hands to your hips so you're facing the long edge of the mat. On an inhale, lift your chin, squeeze your elbows, your shoulders together. And then exhale, start to forward fold, release the hands to the floor or blocks, Prasarita Padottanasana. Take your hands slightly back if they're down and think about shifting some weight slightly into the toes. Really nice. On your next inhale, find a halfway lift. Exhale, bring your hands to your hips, lift the chin, and then slowly stand all the way up. From here, start to bring your feet slightly closer together, just about a footprint. Turn your right toes out and then step your left foot slightly over to the left. So you're squaring your hips now to face the front of the room. Start to draw your right hip back, left hip forwards. And then options here, we're going to inhale, open the arms to a T. Option 1 is you're going to turn the thumbs down and then just grab hold of opposite elbows. Option 2, turn the thumbs down, start to bend your elbows, bringing your fingertips together, and then finding your reverse prayer hands. Once you're there, think about squeezing the elbows towards one another, trying to press the thumbs together. So whichever variation you're in, you're opening up across the chest. Once you're there, take a breath in, open your heart. And then exhale, start to fold over your right leg for your pyramid pose. Chin towards the shin, maybe encourage a micro bend in that right knee. Breathing in. Breathing out. Really nice. From here, inhale halfway up, so lift the chest parallel to the floor. And then exhale, release the hands onto the shin, blocks or the floor. Start to continue to draw the right hip back and then place your left palm flat onto the block or the floor on the big toe edge of the foot. As you breathe in, lengthen your spine. And then as you breathe out, send your right arm to the sky for your Parivrtta Trikonasana, which is your revolved triangle pose. Continue to press through both feet. Maybe you're gazing to the center, maybe to the sky, to the thumb. Deep breaths in. Deep breaths out. Beautiful. Start to gaze down, releasing the right fingers down, little bend into the right knee. Bring your hands to your hips, lift the chin, slowly stand all the way back up. Really nice. Bring your right toes in, left toes in as well, so you're facing the long edge of the mat. Inhale, open your arms to a T, keep them like this. And then exhale, start to hinge from the hips forward, folding. This time 2 peace fingers, if you can, around the big toes. If not, hold the ankles or the shins. Take an inhale, lengthen your back. And then exhale, bend your elbows, draw the crown of the head towards the ground. Find the sensation that you're trying to pull your fingertips away from your toes, but your toes are pressing down and not letting them. Beautiful. On your next inhale, halfway lift. Strong core, exhale, hands to the hips. Lift your chin, start to stand all the way back up. Really nice. Start to turn your left toes out to face the back of the mat. And then again, we're going to hop that right foot into a more of a pyramid stance. So your hips now facing the back of the mat. So right toes are facing to the corner, long edge of the mat. Left foot facing the front of the mat. From here, inhale, open your arms to a T. Exhale, turn your thumbs down, find your bind. So maybe that's opposite elbows, maybe again, it's your reverse prayer. Wherever you are, take a breath in, draw your chest forward, squeeze your shoulder blades. And then keep that as you exhale, send the hips back as you fold, bringing the chin as if it was going to touch the shin. Good, again, maybe encourage a micro bend in the left knee, deep breaths. Beautiful. On your next inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, release the hands down, shin, floor or blocks. Keep drawing the left hip back, plug the right hand flat to the block or the floor, and then inhale, start to lengthen the chest. Exhale, left arm to the sky, twisting to the left, maybe gazing to the left thumb, but really try to continue to draw that left hip back. Deep breaths in. Deep breaths out. Good. Notice where you can soften. Where can you release? Whether that's physically, maybe it's mentally, maybe it's resistance in the mind. You will start to gaze down, bring the left fingers down. Little bend in the left knee, lift the chin. Hands to hips, slowly bring yourself all the way up. Good, turn yourself to face the long edge of the mat, widen your stance slightly. And then this time turn your heels in, your toes out. Take an inhale, open your arms, open your chest. And then exhale, bend your knees, bring your hands to your heart for goddess. Sit nice and low, just think about for a moment the knees drawing towards the little toe edges of the feet. Taking a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Lovely. Inhale, open your arms to a T. Exhale, bring your right elbow to your thigh. Send your left arm up and over your ear. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, other side, right arm extends. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, left elbow sweeps. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, side bend. Inhale, back to center. I know the thighs are burning. Exhale, hands to heart. Hold for 4, 3, 2. Inhale, straighten the arms and the legs. Exhale, just release your hands to your hips. Really, really nice. Look to the front of the mat. Take a nice big step forwards. Shake it out if you need to. And just come back to Tadasana, your mountain pose. Close the eyes just for a breath. Take a full clearing breath in. And a big sigh. Beautiful. On your next inhale, open your eyes, reach your arms up, tall mountain. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Halfway lift, breathe in, lengthen. Exhale, hands down, step or hop back to high plank. Lower down or make your way to downward dog, lower chaturanga. Maybe up dog, maybe cobra. And then downward facing dog as you breathe out. Beautiful. Take a breath in here. And a breath out. Really nice. On your next breath in, reach your right leg high to the sky. As you breathe out, step your right foot forwards. Again, getting it there however you need to. This time, stay on the ball of the back foot. Little bend in the left knee. And then rise to crescent lunge. So a nice deep high lunge, a nice deep bend into that front knee. Big strong reach through the arms. Breath in. And breath out. One more inhale. On your exhale, drop your back heel. Open your arms, open your hips. Find warrior 2. Start to straighten your front leg. Inhale, reverse your triangle. Right arm extends, left arm down the left thigh. And then exhale, triangle pose. Right hands to inner shin or thigh. Left arm to the sky and just turn your chest open. Beautiful. From here, start to gaze down. Bring your left hand onto your hip. From here, half moon. So if you've got your block, take it forwards. Start to bend your right knee. Right hand reaches further forwards than you want to. Lean into the right leg and then lift that left leg up and back. Once you're there, think about the left toes, hips and kneecap turning to the left. Maybe extend your left arm to the sky. If you're challenging yourself further, if this is familiar with you, take less weight on the right hand. Maybe it's just a couple of fingers, maybe it's even hovering. Breathing wherever you are. Nice. Now keep the shape exactly as it is. We're going to transition out of this together. So all you're going to do is start to bend your right knee. So everything stays the same. You're just bending the right knee. And then eventually the left toes are going to step towards the back of the mat. Pause once they get there. And then slow motion rise back to warrior two. Really, really nice. Take a deep breath in. And then breathe out, curl the hands down, step back to high plank, either straight to down dog or lower chaturanga or to the belly. Inhaling cobra or upward facing dog. And then exhaling, downward facing dog. Really nice. Let's do the same thing left side. Inhale, left leg lifts high. Exhale, left foot steps forwards. Set yourself up and then rise to that high crescent lunge. Find a micro bend in the right knee and just use that to lengthen the lower back. So send the tailbone slightly forwards. This will also find a deeper stretch in the right hip flexor. Take one more inhale. Warrior two, exhale. Adjust your stance as much as you need to. And then straighten that left leg. Flip your palm, inhale, reverse your triangle. And then exhale, triangle pose. Left hand comes to left inner shin or thigh. Right arm to the sky. Think about grounding through the feet, softening, releasing where you can soften. Finding your breath. Beautiful. Start to gaze down. Right hands to the hip. Half moon. Bends the left knee deeply. Left hand comes as far forward as you can. Lean into the left leg. And then one day, maybe today, maybe it's not, you're lifting that right leg off the ground. Maybe re-extend to the right arm. And if you're still working on this shape, then I encourage you to look down. It really does help with the balance. Good. Create space, breath in, breath out. Nice. Now keep the shape exactly as it is. All you're doing is bending the left knee. When the right foot lands, hold there, pause for a moment, and then press down to rise, warrior two. Really, really strong. Take a deep breath in. And then breathe out, curl the hands down, step back to high plank, either down dog or lower chaturanga. Inhaling up dog, cobra. Exhaling, downward facing dog. Take a big clearing breath in. And a big sigh. Beautiful. Start to lower your knees down. Find child's pose for a moment, forehead to ground or block. And just see if, same as when you started, you can come back to that full sense of release here. Feel the hard work, maybe the openness, the muscles working. Feel it all just start to soften. And slowly start to look forwards. Bring your hands towards your shins, come all the way up. And then just sit your sit bones over to one side, release your legs out long. Once you get there, bring yourself towards the top of the mat. Bring your feet about hip distance apart, extend your arms forwards and start to just roll down to lie on your back. Once you get there, bring your palms next to your hips. Walk your heels in towards your sit bones so your feet are flat, your knees are to the sky. And then set yourself up for your bridge. So press into the big toes, press into the palms. And then when you're ready, we're going to lift the hips, come into just a gentle bridge pose. So for this first round, just keep it simple, really focusing on engaging through the bum and the hamstrings. Maybe close the eyes, maybe keep the gaze low and just see if again you can come back to deepening the breath into the belly. Beautiful, and then slowly just start to roll all the way back down until the lower back reaches. Pause for a moment. And then one more round, bridge pose. When you're ready, press down to come up. Maybe stay there, maybe this time interlace the fingers, walk the shoulders into the center line. Pressing through the big toes and then really squeezing the hips, the glutes to lift the hips high, Deep breaths. Keep the hips nice and high. Just release the shoulders and the hands if you've bound them. And then when you're ready, lower from the upper back all the way down to the tailbone. Pause for a moment. And then give your knees a gentle hug into the chest. Wrap your hands around the shins, little rock here, side to side. Beautiful, and then from there take your hands behind the hamstrings and just roll all the way up to a seat. Extend your legs forwards, send your hips backwards, let your spine round and then just let yourself fold over your legs. Really soft fold, stay nice and passive. Let the head be heavy, the shoulders be heavy. Maybe you've closed the eyes naturally, just turning inwards. And slowly start to roll all the way back up. Bend your knees, bring the soles of the feet together so you're in Baddha Konasana. Open your knees nice and wide. Grow nice and tall, take a breath in. And then as you breathe out, just fold forwards. You can hold onto the feet, maybe gently press the elbows against the inner knees. Really nice, slowly start to come up. Keep your right hand where it is for a moment. Take your left hand behind you. Heel of the hand close as you can towards your sacrum. And then take your right hand to the outside of the left knee. And then use that to just twist the chest around, maybe gazing over your left shoulder. Beautiful, come back to center. Take your right hand close to your sacrum behind you. Left hand to the outside of the right knee. As you breathe in, lengthen your spine. And then again, just twist around, using hand against knee to find a little bit more depth. Beautiful, bring yourself back to center. If you can, keep your Baddha Konasana legs And just start to lower down onto your back. So just lying down now into Supta Baddha Konasana. You can let your elbows rest onto the ground, maybe hands onto the inner knees, the inner thighs even. Maybe one hand's to belly, one hand's to chest. But just find a moment to be comfortable. Try to draw your shoulders away from your ears and then just close down your eyes. And as you just let gravity take over, just let the body become heavy, I want you to just take 3 nourishing, clearing breaths. Deep into the belly, deep into the body, in your own time with your own breath. And don't rush to finish, but when you have finished your 3 breaths, just gently take your hands behind the backs of the legs, draw your knees together, draw your knees into your chest, take a moment, rock a little bit from side to side. And then from there, start to release your legs to the bottoms of the mat. Release your arms, making your way into your final resting pose for Savasana. Take, of course, any shape that feels most natural. Allow yourself to take up space. And eventually just allow yourself to find stillness. Just take a moment to feel yourself in this sense of release, of calm, of peace. Reminding yourself that this idea of letting go of what we don't need can be carried off of the mat, allowing us to find comfort within maybe some discomfort, allowing us to just find more clarity, more peace, and more space within our everyday lives. So just here, start to begin to bring some gentle movements to your fingers and your toes. When you feel ready to start to extend your legs to the bottom of the mat and the arms up and over the head. Just taking a full body stretch. Before bending your knees, bringing your knees to your chest, giving yourself a hug. A moment of gratitude to yourself for showing up today, for creating space and peace and strength. And then keep the eyes closed as you just transition up to a comfortable seat. Sitting however feels most natural. We'll just bring our hands into heart center, Namaste, Anjali Mudra. Pressing thumbs to breastbone. And let's together here take a final deep clearing breath in. Deepest breath so far, all the way to the top. And then a big loud ah, let it go. Drop the forehead to the fingertips. As always, thank you so much for showing up and allowing me to guide you through your practice today. The light in me honors the light in you. Namaste everyone. Thank you so much for joining me on the mat.